So I am done for the day. I still have to cook dinner and make Marissa a birthday cake. It is her birthday. We already went out for her birthday, but still, I'm gonna make her a birthday cake. I've got 30 minutes here and I'm gonna see if I can try to figure out rerouting the Ethernet cable. So what the Ethernet cable does in this room is the internet starts here, goes from the DSL to the router sends out a Wi-Fi signal, then an Ethernet cable goes from the router, right now under the floor, over to the next room, and then back up. It used to just feed the TV. I had two cables there, but now what it actually does is it feeds another router that offers another Wi-Fi signal. For whatever reason, even though it's in the other room, some things didn't work so right, like the Roku and my Squeezebox Raspberry Pi music player. So I had a spare router anyway. This one I had upgraded so I can get the 5 gigahertz, which did not help this situation. But regardless, I need Ethernet anyway to power the Myth TV. It works best wired. The nice thing is I can provide multiple Ethernet ports there using that one router. Just have to give it an in, and then out it goes to multiple devices that are wired in that room if it like, and also provide another hotspot. Chris, you're babbling. Good point. So instead of drilling through this beautiful wall right here, the switch computer is right about over there. Instead of drilling a hole through the wall, which would be the easiest, I do have this telephone port right here. You notice it's 2 ports. There's actually 2 wires in there, but I only need 1 because there's only 1 line in this house now. There used to be 2, now there's only 1. This is where I had originally drilled down. I already pushed the 1 cable I didn't need through, so this isn't going to work. It's going to look ugly. So I'd like to try to route it. Let's see if Chris can get this all done in a half an hour, or at least figure out what he's doing in a half an hour. So off comes the plate. Let's poke around. Let's see what we got downstairs. Hope Chris doesn't get electrocuted. Aha! So do you think I can poke a wire through that thing? Perhaps. Somewhere around here is where I should find the wire poking through. Maybe right on this other side? Perhaps. I know you're barely going to see it, but that light there is from the flashlight. What I did was I stuck it in the electrical box. I tried running a cable down to no avail, but we're going to try it the opposite way. The likelihood of this succeeding is small. Small. But I am going to try. What else have I got to lose? Be helpful is a little saw and some forceps. Right back there. That's what I got to fish out of here. So you see I modified the box just a little bit, just so I can get access to there. You thought I was kidding before about the forceps, but I wasn't. These things are great, and I don't know, my father had taken these from some place. There's probably somebody whose heart transplant didn't go well, but great tool, because with Marissa's help, a stiff piece of wire, luckily never hitting the electric, we have successfully fished out the Ethernet. However, it being Marissa's birthday and Chris being done, we are done. So I will finish this project off tomorrow. Good night. Oh, hi there. It's the next day, so I'm wearing different clothes. Marissa's birthday went off without a hitch, and I was going to go on about this whole thing about how I was going to drill a hole in the telephone switch plate, and then I realized after I cut the telephone line we're not using, I don't need to do anything. I didn't even really need to do that. It's fine that I did, you know, good. But here's why. There's already a hole. So, beep. So I'm wiring up the Ethernet right now. The kit I got on Amazon is overkill for the amount of wiring I have to do, which is one plug. But it's good to have this stuff. It also came with a tester. It used to be this tool was much more expensive. It came with a stripper. I just stripped it. So I'm just going to go online and double check what the actual wiring is, because it does matter, and then test it out. So here we go. You just follow the wiring diagram. Then you take a pair of scissors and cut it shorter. That way it's a little bit easier on you. So we can see by this router, we are connected. And we can tell from the sound that the washing machine is unbalanced. So the next thing you'll see is, I don't know, another part of the project. Goodbye, Marissa. Well, hello everybody, and let's go into the room and see where I'm at right now. So here we are. Doing pretty good. I've got one issue over here that I'm working on now. I think it's too small to put up boards, so I'm going to have to cut one of these boards in half and then work on it. But yeah, that's doing all right. All right, so Marissa's home. I've changed my shirts, fed the horses, turned them out. Now we've got our help here, and I'm just finishing up the last few rows here. A little bit of a learning curve. One thing that threw me is it said cut the tongue off, but it technically has two tongues, so I cut the wrong tongue. See, it's got the female side, it's the in part, and then the stick out part. So I accidentally cut this when you're really supposed to cut this on the first edge that goes against the wall. And then they all just kind of snap into place. So the last one, what you do is you take the board, you flip it upside down, you cut it, and then you put it right back. So that way the cuts are always face the wall. So that way no matter how bad it is, it doesn't matter because it's going to be covered anyway. So to snap it into place, what you do is you just, you don't worry about the edge, you just worry about this part here. You take it and down, and because we're on the edge, you take your pull bar, and then you're going to hit it with a real hammer. If I needed to tap it to get the edge closer, I would use the tap and the rubber mallet. But for the last rows, you use the pull bar. So as I hit here, watch the gap close.
So loud.
It is loud, so that's how you close it up. Now the part that I cut off begins the new row. So end of the row, this is what you do. You've got the board here laid out like you want. You flip it around, get a spacer in the wall where it lines up, you mark it, then you cut. Then it'll flip around and go right back in. Dave, where are we going?
Charlotte, North Carolina. Ikea.
All right, sweet. What am I going to get?
A Colex.
A Colex, with the emphasis on the wrong syllable.
You don't know.
Alex.
Hello, Lily. Lily was just checking out the room. Ella was not. We got Marissa taping. I'm just going to do a neat little time lapse, but we actually ran out of battery, so Marissa's taping the shoe molding, which I just put on. I still need to add the transition between the wood and the carpet. And you can see we did build the calyx, the time-lapse cut out real quick. But that's in place. So once we get this painted, then we're just waiting for Ikea to give us our stuff that we bought. So it's funny that we drove down to Ikea, but we're waiting for Ikea to actually deliver our stuff. But everything's working exactly to the timeline we expected. In fact, I think we're a little above schedule, so that's pretty good. All right. Another day and the trim work is done. So all around the room, and wait a minute, what is this? Well, the old flat screen, that's a fluorescent flat screen, is like more than 10 years old. So it doesn't do any modern resolution. So I upgraded. I felt like I deserved it. Plus it was like $89 to get this HP 21-inch monitor, wide, 16:9. When I edit, no more black bars, because that was a 4:3 monitor. It's before widescreen was even a thing, before HD was even a thing. So yeah, for 90 bucks shipped, I went ahead and treated myself because, damn it, I deserve it. Also, by the way, if your monitor comes with a notice like this, don't ignore it. Go ahead and do the low blue light mode. That really does help your eyes and strain. The computer's kind of out of the way. I'm going to bring in the arcade machine, and then we're just waiting for furniture to show up from Ikea, which should be next Wednesday. So we're getting there. Is that 5 days? 6 days? 5 days. 5 days, and then the room, other than putting up some artwork, will be more or less completed, and then we can move on to the next project. Well, what do you think so far? Got Mr. Dew playing on the arcade. Just missing the futon couch and the desk. But we got the organizer back there, and the Expedit half filled with my copier, scanner, fax machine, phone and router, and then some electronic stuff that I need to hide. I'm not sure where I'm putting the other cubes yet. We're getting there. Slowly getting there. Furniture day. Oh, so there's the futon, and then there are the boxes. There's a distinct smell with Ikea.
Lingonberry?
It smells of lingonberries and
Norway.
And Allen keys.
The fjords of Norway.
But yeah, we're gonna piece it together. And also, sure, they say they're coming at 11, but then they show up at 10. So that's not helpful at all.
Well, at least they came today, like they said they would. So.
Yeah, so your 4-hour window is actually a 5-hour window. Or a -1 window, I guess.
But they did give me a 35-minute heads up that they were coming, so I knew they were coming early when I got the text that said, "Hey, we're on our way now." So.
Man, you look good. Hold a second. I'm just gonna. I know it doesn't look like much, but I am very happy. The wiring is nice and contained. The little ham station's right there next to the computer so I can do stuff. And we're picking up some police activity even without an antenna hooked up, which is pretty impressive. So, yeah, we're doing good. And then, boom, arcade. And a place to sit down for guests. And then a nice clean desk. Sweet. Another day, and this wrap up was all because of that picture back there. We've been waiting a long time for that picture to show up, so it's finally up. Here is the room. You got the arcade machine, got the window, and then you've got my amateur radio map, and then obviously the room itself. So the futon couch, and I was doing some ham radio stuff and also watching Louis Rossman, which is always great. So much better. So much better. The room is done. You're tearing me apart, Lisa! So, everybody, thank you so much for watching, coming along with us. I appreciate it. Take care, everybody.